Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and something a little bit different here today on the channel. And with the recent events that happened this weekend at Monza, I thought it'd be interesting to see if we could try a little challenge of our own. And Max Verstappen this weekend does have an engine penalty, and we'll be starting the race from the back of the grid, more or less. There's a lot of penalties and things that happened over the weekend. The grid's very confusing, but generally speaking, he should be starting from the back, there or thereabouts. So we're going to try and redo the challenge and see if we can do a laster first. Basically, I don't have a few times on my channel. I quite enjoy these. It's something a little bit different from on my channel, and takes a break from the usual career mode content. So we're going to do a laster question mark challenge with Max Verstappen around Monza, and we're going to do a 25% race. So first of all, let's jump over to the Red Bull and let's get Max Verstappen selected as our driver. And we're going to do a few settings first of all before we jump into things here. But I'm looking forward to this. It's something a little bit different, like I said before, something I don't really do. So let's do the settings. I'm going to do a little bit of practice just so I can get up to speed. No qualifying. Actually, I'll put it on short just so that I can retire and start from the back. And we're going to do a 25% race for this one. We're going to do an 110% AI. I'm going to try and do the maximum difficulty. In terms of the rest of the settings, we're going to have flashbacks on in case I have any like weird AI moments or screen freezes, which I tend to have on PC quite a lot at the moment. Platform A on, vehicle damage simulation, safety car on, rules and flags on. Yeah, we'll leave that full. Corner cutting strict, race starts manual, and tire temperature, surface and carcass. Assist, we're going to have those all off as always, as you can see there. And whatever time of day, we're going to go for the official start time. And I want to go dry just because the AI are OP in the full wet conditions, and I don't want to take that risk. It would be quite fitting to have a dynamic weather race because today's race, there is a chance for rain today, but I'm just going to leave it on clear for now because the AI are too strong in the full wet conditions and it's literally impossible to beat them. So we're just going to have a clear race and try and fight our way through the field. So overall, those are the settings. We're going to jump into it then, and let's get racing.
Welcome one and all, and we're in for a real treat at this classic circuit here today. The crowd are ready to go, the cars are ready to go, and we're just about set for lights out. Welcome to the Italian Grand Prix. With top speeds up to 215 miles per hour and an average lap speed of around 155 miles per hour, Monza's reputation as one of the fastest circuits in the sport is well earned. We have 11 corners on this 3.6 mile track, with the best overtaking chance coming into the heavy braking zone of the Turn 1 chicane. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle. And the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Sergio Perez and Gasly, Stroll, Magnussen, Hülkenberg and Daniel Ricciardo, Raikkonen, Sainz, Lando Norris and Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Kvyat, Alexander Albon and George Russell. Kubica and Max Verstappen completes the grid, and with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, so here we are then on the grid for the Italian Grand Prix, starting from the back as Max Verstappen. I'm looking forward to this, something different, something I don't really do. Obviously in career mode, I'm racing in the Williams car and I start from the back pretty much every race. But with this car, I've actually got the ability to fight through the field on merit and actually pass cars, which is great. So I'm looking forward to it. In terms of the strategy, we've originally had a soft medium. I flipped it around to a medium soft. And this strategy is the quickest I can go for in terms of projected race time. So we're going to go for this and hopefully it pays off. Fuel-wise, we're going to run 15 laps of fuel. So 2 more than the race distance, which is 13. And hopefully we can run plenty of rich mix in the process of trying to overtake plenty of cars, and hopefully we'll be strong in the second half of the race on the soft tyre. But I'm going to try and be aggressive and try and stay in the mix and with the pack on this medium tyre as long as I can. So let's jump into it. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix, and let's see what Max Verstappen can do from the back of the grid. Let's get to work. Right, here we go. Let's build up the revs as the 5 lights come on here at Monza. Lights out and away we go. Straight into second gear to try and kill off the wheel spin, but doesn't quite work. We lose some momentum as we go down towards turn 1. Can we find some space? Not quite. There's some debris there on the racetrack because we've got multiple 2 wide situations. We're going to try and get a switchback exit. We struggle to get the power down here. It's both Williams cars going side by side. Kubica and Russell duking it out. Flat out for Curva Grande, of course, and now down towards turn 4. Can we pick something up on the brakes here? Could have gone for it. A little bit narrow there. We're going to try and look around the outside. AI going very slow here, tripping each other up and trying to find a bit of space to make a move through the Lesmo. This is where the Red Bull will come into its own, but at the minute I can definitely tell the advantage is with the guys on the soft tyre. They've got road good traction. Onto the back straight for the first time. Of course, no DRS just yet. You can see the massive separation in the pack there in front of us, so that's going to be interesting. On the brakes early at Ascari as the AI almost run into the back of each other. Good exit from us there. Let's see what we're like for straight line speed. I'm running 2-3 wings and 2-3 ride height, so pretty aggressive. Down the inside of Kubica there at the parabolic. I wasn't expecting that, but he got on the brakes so early. And it's a poor exit from one of the cars in front. I think that's the car with the damage. It's a Haas. We're going to pick up the straight line speed. And look at the Red Bull go on the straight. Look at this. Incredible straight line speed as we blast past everybody. We're going to hold it on the inside line and force the AI to go the long way as Norris runs deep on the mediums. So that's us up into P14. Fantastic multiple car overtake. That's exactly what we need to try and get past lots of cars to break into clean air early on. But that is beautiful. Keeping our nose clean at all times, avoiding the contact and timing the move to perfection. And capitalising on the fact that Haas car was going very slow with the wing damage. A little bit wide there onto the gravel, just struggling to get the tyres fully up to scratch with the grip. Let's try and catch Sainz in front of us. Also on medium tyres. Let's try and make the move on him. It's important to beat those around us on the same compound because they're going to be on the same strategy as me. We're tucked up right underneath these guys now. Sainz has just made the move on Giovinazzi, and Gio has had a poor lap so far. But that Alfa Romeo is pretty good for straight line speed. He's got a nice slipstream on Sainz. Slipstream and DRS are going to be key in this race in terms of the way you time it. I'm just going to sit behind for now as we go for Ascari. Good exit from us. You can see the difference in downforce as we really gain on the Alfa Romeo. Can we make a cheeky little pass here while still picking up DRS on Sainz? Down towards the final corner at Parabolica. Late on the brakes. There we go. And we're going to be close enough to be able to challenge Carlos Sainz here. Turning the engine up just to pick up a bit of momentum. We should be able to pull this one off with DRS. Here we go on the McLaren. We're going to pull to the right hand side. And there we go. We get past Carlos Sainz. Someone was coming in a bit hot on the brakes there. I think it was Giovinazzi, but we managed to get the car turned into the corner. Up to P12. And we've got this massive train in front of us. Let's keep pushing. Okay, we're well within range now, these guys. DRS. Looks like none of them pit, so actually I'm going to pit in. I'm going to go for an early stop. I'm going to try and undercut these guys straight away. I'm not going to mess around. It's a short race. And I think on fresh soft tyres in clean air we can do this. So here we go then. Into the box.
Release.
Good stop, 2.4. Now we need a massive outlap, absolutely massive outlap. There's Grosjean on a P20 on mediums. He shouldn't be a threat. I think he lost time changing his wing.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Right, we need a big outlap. We're going to just get through turns 1 and 2. And we're going to run rich mix for the entire lap and try and undercut everybody. Here we go then, up to speed. Let's have a big outlap here. Let's see how many cars we can undercut because they should be pitting any moment now. Okay, nobody pits in, so that's going to definitely give me the chance to undercut now. It was a good outlap anyway. No mistakes, good pace. And then we're going to try and go for a purple lap. Let's see if we have any pace to do that. 22.0 is the current fast lap of the race. Can we get near that on in this car with this lack of straight line speed? Let's find out. Still nobody pits in. How much we just did a 21.9? Are we anywhere near that with this Red Bull? Yes, we are. We just pip it, so we just nick a fastest lap, so we do have the pace for it in this car, but I've burnt up most of my ERS in the process. Okay, now we've got cars in the pit lane. It's just the leaders so far, but still, it all counts. I'm on for a better lap this time. Because I made a mistake at turn 1 on my fastest lap, so I can go quicker. Are we quicker though? Up to the line? Yes we are, 21.8. Up to P17, there we go. Made up some places, can we make up a few more? I'm running low on ERS, I've got to be careful. Okay, more cars pitting.
Pierre is in the pits.
Including Pierre Gasly. Let's see if we can make anything happen here. Now we're going to see the true fruits of our labour. There's still more cars to pit, but this will give us a good indication as to where we are. Across the line, another 22.0, good pace, and we jump up into the top 10. So there we go, into the points already. There's a Ferrari not too far away. You can see just in front of Norris and the Alfa Romeo, there's a Ferrari right there. So we've made good progress. I wonder if we can make any more. There should be more cars in the pit lane this lap as well. Dare I say we should be in the top 6 after all these pit stops. I think we've done enough. The undercut's been strong enough. .21.2 from Vettel, that's leader's pace. We can't match that now, we've used our tyres up. Here we go then. Norris stays out for longer, but we're going to jump up to P6, so there we go. If we get past Norris, we'll be P5. We've got DRS on Lando here as we pick up our first track extension of the race, really pushing on the limit. We're going to get very close, go into Ascari, hopefully we'll pass him on the exit. So much more speed and momentum. A little bit of oversteer on the exit, but here we go. We're going to go to the inside. Hopefully we'll pick up DRS. I'm just going to let off the gas a bit. There we go, now we're going to pass him. A little bit conservative on the brakes, but tactical pass so that we get the DRS. Lando should pit in, there you go, he peels off. And we get the DRS, so there we go, we've timed that to perfection.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Right, can we catch Leclerc, who's on medium tyres? Not with that, we can't. That's a big mistake.
You need to slow down before hitting the corners. We don't want to get a penalty.
Yeah, apologies. Right, let's try again. Can we catch Leclerc? The DRS overspeed caught me out there massively. Fiat out of the race in the Toro Rosso. First retirement, down to 19 runners now. We're not really gaining on Leclerc at the minute. It's kind of staying the same, which is a shame. I think in hindsight, knowing how late that AI came in, I would have probably pitted him 1 or 2 laps later.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
That's okay, we should be fine. 2 laps to go. 5.2 is the gap, yes, going up a little bit. Shame. We're going to keep pushing though, you never know what can happen. On to the last lap of the race then. Here we go. Let's bring it home. Leclerc just a fraction quicker than me, unfortunately. Every single lap my tyres are now starting to wear out quite badly. There is a good battle though for the front 3. Well, my tyres have pretty much hit the cliff now. I've lost all competitive grip as the Mercedes are going to rack up a 1-2 at Ferrari's backyard. Valtteri Bottas, the surprise winner. Hamilton P2, Sebastian Vettel P3. Leclerc P4 picking up the fastest lap in the process, and we're going to come home P5 as Max Verstappen in the Red Bull from the back of the grid. I'll take that.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Right, so here we have the final race results, and Valtteri Bottas wins the Italian Grand Prix by 0.4 of a second over his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel ran off the podium for Ferrari, and the top three covered by 1 second, and if that was the case on Sunday, that'd be a fantastic race. But hopefully Ferrari win it from our point of view as a slight Ferrari fan. Charles Leclerc P4 picking up the fast lap of the race in the other Ferrari. And then we come home P5 as Max Verstappen. Good recovery drive, massive undercut, paid massive dividends for us. And we avoided all the constant slipstream battling and wasting time, to be honest. Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, 6th and 7th for Racing Point. Pierre Gasly, only P8 in the other Red Bull. And put an asterisk on his name. That could be Alex Albon. And then we've got Kevin Magnussen and Daniel Ricciardo running out the point scorers here today, with Carlos Sainz P11 in the McLaren just missing out, along with Alexander Albon in the Toro Rosso, Roman Grosjean, Lando Norris, George Russell, Nico Hulkenberg, Kimi Räikkönen, Robert Kubica, Antonio Giovinazzi and Kvyat running at the top 20, with Kvyat being the only retirement and Giovinazzi the only classified, the final classified runner, and George Russell P15 in the Williams. Fair play, good job from him there. But yeah guys, that is it for this race as Max Verstappen at the Temple of Speed here at Monza. If you guys enjoyed the video, then drop a like and also subscribe if you are new for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content, and also turn notifications so don't miss any videos from me. And yeah, let's see how my prediction was compared to the real life Grand Prix. I'm hoping it's not Mercedes 1-2 for the sake of the sport. But yeah guys, hopefully enjoy this video and I'll see you in my next one very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.